Thanks for tuning into Discount Shelving and Displays video guide series on how to assemble our RX metal Slatwall wall unit. Please note it is always required for safety to have 2 people to assemble the units. We also recommend securing or anchoring the wall units to a suitable surface for stability. Please follow applicable local building codes and regulations when installing. In this section of the video, we will assemble a 48-inch wide RX metal Slatwall wall unit. All of our RX metal Slatwall units are made of heavy-duty steel. This unit requires 2 L-shaped base legs, 2 lower upright poles, 2 upright extenders, 4 clip-on metal Slatwall panels, 1 base bottom shelf, 1 top cover. To assemble correctly, confirm that all components are held in the correct orientation. Please refer to this exploded view diagram for the correct positioning of all components. Step 1. Assemble the uprights. Insert the upright extenders into the lower upright pole to create a full upright. To install, make sure the lower upright pole is held in the correct orientation. To identify the correct orientation, note that the lower upright poles have slots at the top and the bottom. The bottom of the lower upright pole should have a longer metal section below the final slot. If you are holding it correctly, the first slot near the top should have a comparatively short metal section above that slot. If you see this shorter solid section below the slot at the bottom, you are holding the lower upright pole upside down and need to flip it over. The upright extenders include a small steel piece that slide into the top of the lower upright pole. This steel piece is called a splicer. Make sure the slots are facing the same direction, then slide the splicer into the hole at the top of the lower upright pole and push down hard until it's fully seated. Repeat this process for all upright extenders and lower upright poles. Step 2. Connecting the L-shaped base legs. Please note, we also strongly recommend 2 people for this step. Now that your full uprights are connected, make sure you are holding the uprights in the correct orientation and insert the L-shaped base leg into the bottom of the upright. Do this for all L-shaped base legs. Step 3. Installing the clip-on metal Slatwall panels. Have a second person hold the 2 uprights up and spaced apart to the approximate width of the clip-on metal Slatwall panels. It is very important for safety to have a second person holding the 2 uprights apart. It is also very important for safety to start with the Slatwall panel at the bottom, then work your way up, ending with the Slatwall panel at the top. These Slatwall panels have several notches on both sides. Make sure the notches are facing down, then insert these notches into the slots on the upright pole on one side. Do the same on the opposite upright and push down to lock the panel in place. At this stage, the unit can stand on its own. We recommend placing it in its final location and against the wall before continuing, as it will be much heavier to move once fully assembled. Once the unit is resting against the wall in its final location, you can move on to installing the 3 remaining clip-on metal Slatwall panels. These panels have a long continuous metal piece across the bottom of the panel. Make sure this metal piece sits behind the top of the previously installed Slatwall panel. Repeat the process of inserting the notches on the Slatwall panels into the slots on the uprights and pushing down to lock the panels in place. Step 4. Installing the base bottom shelf. The L-shaped base legs have a long, thin slot at the bottom of the base leg. The base bottom shelf has a long, thin notch. Insert this notch into the slot on the L-shaped base leg on one side, then push down to secure it in place. Repeat the process on the other side to fully secure the base bottom shelf into position. Step 5. Attaching the top cover. Place the top cover on top of the wall unit. It will sit on top of the wall unit. Push down to secure it in place. At this stage, if you are only assembling one section, then your unit is ready to install the shelves. Skip to step 7 for instructions on how to install the shelves. If you are connecting an add-on unit to make a longer run, keep watching. Step 6. Connecting add-on sections. With your starter unit already assembled, you can now attach the add-on unit. Each add-on section requires 1 L-shaped base leg, 1 lower upright pole, 1 upright extender, 4 clip-on middle slat wall panels, 1 base bottom shelf, 1 top cover. Repeat steps 1 and 2 to assemble the full upright. Next, insert the L-shaped base leg into the assembled upright. Then have a second person hold the upright spaced apart to the approximate width of the clip on metal slat wall panels. It is very important for safety to have a second person hold the other upright. Like before, make sure the notches on the clip on metal slat wall panels are facing down. Insert these notches into the slots on the upright of the assembled starter unit, then insert the notches onto the upright you just assembled. Push down to lock the panel in place. Repeat the process of inserting the notches on the slat wall panels into the slots on the uprights and pushing down to lock the panels in place for the 3 remaining slat wall panels. Next, repeat the process in step 4 of inserting the notch on the base bottom shelf into the slot on the L-shaped base leg. Finally, repeat step 5 to attach the top cover. Repeat these steps for all necessary add-on sections. Step 7. At this stage, your wall unit is assembled and is ready for shelf installation. To install the shelves, push in the U-shaped backing of the shelf into the groove of the metal slat wall panels at your desired height, then press down firmly and horizontally across the entire shelf to secure the shelf into place. We recommend spacing all 8 shelves evenly so all of the shelves can fit onto the unit. This concludes our video guide on how to assemble a RX metal slat wall unit. Thanks for watching.